Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
Good night, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Real Talk Show, beautiful Lord's Bank Village, Studio J. I'm your host, Fitzgerald Joseph, alongside my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Stephen Bissett.
Good night. Good night, Fitzgerald. Good night, Belize, and good night, Beyond.
Yeah.
Another week of real talk.
Yes, sir. This, then we got a couple of races over the weekend. Then we got Guns race Thursday. Guns has his Thursday race was an AB race. This week will be, I think, at 189. Ghana, I think, at 190. You get it? Or is it? Why? And if I may have lost that. What? Yeah. And I said, Jarvis?
No, was it? I think it was 188, right?
So he's a 189 this week.
Yeah.
No, because but last week I made up 188 last week. So it's a 189 this 189
That's
gone.
fine. Yeah.
Or
So
a one
190 will be on Thursday.
will be open.
Okay.
Open. Kasi ako may good visit. At first place was the same guy that won the weekend at Bankas Kazan.
Steven Cabral.
Steven Cabral was first. He sold him back for mile 4. And the sprint ensued. T-Wade won that sprint. I try my hook on third, but even the picks, I don't remember. Hold on. First B, D-Wade won both the Corsican and then he get
First B.
first B as well. So, in that particular order, it was definitely D-Wade won the B.
That was
Yeah,
prep for the big one that was held on Sunday, no?
yeah. Yeah. And I got to put up this. I changed phone. That's why I changed phone. I was looking information.
Upgraded.
Not really upgrade. My phone, my block screen, I couldn't say all kind of things, so I changed that. So only third place, and I remember who was third. D-Wade won the sprint for second, though, I'm sure. Third place, I got like 6-7 man with them. And D-Wade won the B, and then second, maybe Warren Coy. Warren Coy was second in that B category. Yeah, I lost that picture and information. So I go down my spreadsheet. I got it, but because when I changed phone,
The last
I lost that. But anyway, that was one. I think last week we said we were here and I got 188
So-
Thursday results. So that
you
was
had
180. This was 189.
89.
So Thursday up 190. 190 open coming up this weekend. Apart from that, we said the Cookie Tree Telapa Fest had a race as well. Same day with the Belpan weekend was Belpan Classic. Similar time to so I got the results, so I put that down.
And the Tilapia Fest was what distance, right?
I think they said about 20
That just
miles.
crossed the causeway, no?
Yeah, like up and down the laps.
Oh, on the causeway.
Yeah. At the time I got 133. So I don't think that'll be more than
Hour and 33 minutes.
yeah,
would
about
be
30 miles.
about at least 30 miles. No?
Yeah. Okay, so for space taking that particular race was Charles Leslie from team Elephant Sons. Second place was Devante Bennett. I think he was Devante Bennett, my time is a gun team.
Okay.
Devante Bennett na Balyong man or Enzo Cat son.
Yeah, I hope, as you say, Enzo Cat, I hope that he's doing well because I understand he had a mishap in the race on Sunday.
That was so there. Someone said he's okay though.
Okay, great
Yeah.
to hear that. Great to hear that.
Third place was Gravel Young from Team Guns as well. Fourth was Red Bull Pratt from Elephant Sons as well. Leonard Ogal is that the man where by the time we said they say the man are novice and ride on it on 45-pound bike. So them is surprised when they see the man. Knock off that top man. 6 was also a novice Justin Ortiz. And come from the village as well. 7 was Nigel Alvarado. Nigel,
From True
I'm thinking Nigel may win by about 45-pound
Mastan Village there.
bike. Dealer, when I said leave video, when they put on Nigel, when the 45-pound put on, I'm not reverse. I'm thinking Nigel will live on the 45-pound bike. I young body on the 15-pound with Nigel pan. 8 was Charles Gary, Elephant Sons as well. Amilcar Canol was 9. Dar Canol, is it? Do you remember how this Mr. Dewan? Dar Canol, you can Myers one in Tropical.
Oh, okay, I know.
We can Mayan. So Dar Canol was 9. 10 was Stephen Robinson. 11 Travis Towers. I think Travis was the owner of the Elephant Sons team. Travis is mechanical backer. Travis was 11. 12 was Stephen Robinson. Most of them are what I call alone Elephant Sons got about these 10 man racer.
But it seemed like that race was geared more to the villages, Palace,
Well,
between the Boston.
Well, in that so become the weekend was Belmaka should have been last week. Because it clashed with the big Anthony Mala race, then they put it out.
Okay.
So they put it this week and then the 2 years clash. This would have been That may be a great race, so everybody can ride too.
Yeah.
So everyone
For
can ride that.
really support the
Yeah.
tilapia first, no?
Okay, so Steven Sylvester was 12, 13 was Shane Young, Milibai Shaka in the Elephant Son, and 14 was Orlando Cad. I don't know the name now. But okay, he get first 60 bus prize. Orlando Cad, I don't know who else. He's 60 bus.
Isn't that name by
Oh yes,
Kyle
yes, my yes, Shankar.
right?
Orlando,
That- I
that's
think
him.
that-
Oh,
I think
yes,
that's
yes,
him.
yes, Orlando, sorry, yeah, Shankar Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay, he get the first 60 plus as well.
Yeah.
And that part,
Nice to see that
mm-hmm.
that a nice crowd for the tilapia first, no?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So Charlie Devante, Guevillon A, Curtis, and Nigel may be the top 5 A riders, and then give B prize. So the B prize first would be maybe
No,
Pratt. Ogales was also put a B as well, a B on the way. So
no, make I ask you.
Cano was third B, Stephen Robinson B as well, fourth B, and kind of 5 prize which, and Travis Flores was fifth B. Kind of got P and B.
Okay, no, make I ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
The A and B that from where? They were vetting.
Well, they usually come.
Oh, but the club then got 2 different things. Weekend Warriors got one set. One
Yeah,
way
but,
and then
yeah, but Weekend Warriors guns nearly similar. Weekend Warriors got C and guns got C. But you're right, Weekend Warriors got some riders that are A here and B or here.
yeah, that was so I was just trying to figure out.
Yeah. So it's not fully.
Yeah, I
It's
was
not
just
fully-
trying to figure out how they derived the categories.
Yeah, it isn't fully, but more likely they're not they're not too far apart. Both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the Cookie Tree. I think that was sponsored by the Cookie Tree Village Council
Yes.
alongside the minister as well. Mr. Minister. Leal Jr. Yeah. Well, Leal for same.
Marconi.
Marconi Jr. Yeah, Marconi Leal Jr. Yeah, so it was a nice trip to sit there by saying, I can eat up tilapia and different stuff.
I remember we used to ride a race
It'd be nice.
way back in the
Yeah.
day when we used to come. I think that's City to.
We just look for my father and come back to Cookie Tree.
Yeah.
For that, then driving back for the price, tell them a gravel in.
Yes.
We couldn't ride so that our cars were paved now.
Yeah, they never the cars when I'm
Yeah.
with paved or none. They
And
had
about
some
race,
big
big
rock.
rock. Yeah, we could race today. So,
But we had fun back there in
it
those
was nice,
days.
right? And we got the agriculture show and
Yes.
and-
Horse race.
it was nice, man.
Yeah, all kind of stuff. Nice. And I think they will do. I'm assuming they will do the same thing when they do the kashufas.
Yeah, because Cookie Tree also have they
Cashew
have one,
fest.
but I mean, we make one. Cookie Tree make a culture show too. But I don't know, security horse and stuff.
Yes.
So I think I don't know, the Cookie Tree got a lot of leaf fest.
Yeah,
They got
I know
Cashew
this.
Fest. They got Cashew Fest, they got
tilapia
But
fest.
correction, tilapia the first thing I say. Tilapia.
Yeah. Well, I said
So the Cashew Fest was very early on
Yes.
culture show.
yes,
Got tilapia the first one is the first time.
yes.
So
That's nice to see that the villages
nice.
is
Tilapia might be a fish in a pond.
in a
The lagoon there,
lagoon. Yeah. That's nice and
It's nice to see
congrats
the-
to Crookie Tree.
Yeah, definitely Cookie Tree is stepping up.
Yeah. I think
Then we got some canoe race as well. Canoe race, I think.
in the lagoon.
In the lagoon. I think Nigel, I think, will win one everything. So
Okay.
Nigel Paluto.
So now, but they're just in the lagoon now, like they
Yeah,
start.
no, that's
somewhere
not.
coming to the lagoon.
A big lagoon too, is it?
Yes.
A big lagoon,
Nice
that?
lagoon. And I think the water's still high in the lagoon right now.
Yeah, no, but I know that I got the show me a video on Baligan where one vehicle there, no Cookie Tree man, I was that.
Yeah.
And he got like halfway the pond and come back and mow that thing.
Wow.
What they will to do anything there. So the thing is that I can't drive so far.
Yeah.
He couldn't drive so far, so definitely it was a great race. And then we said the same morning as well, whichever race was the Weekend Warriors Belmopan Classic. Their version of the Belmopan Classic, and that was maybe 75 riders. That's Banner as well. This is the race Banner said, the Belmopan. We came out Belmopan Classic, started up in GG Field, come along on the highway, slipped through Link Road, took a right and finished front of Sancas. It was a well attended race and it was definitely said, no doubt.
It was a tough race.
It's Slammer Festival. Once the race, Mr. Gun did that race too.
Oh,
So
okay.
come on, Mr. Gun live and people on the Tilapa race. Mr. Gun said that, and then Tones did the
The weekend
weekend
one.
was a version of Belfast. Kasi started with a lot of attacks and so on. Everybody said the race may hard because of the breeze.
Yes, it was
Breeze.
breezy.
So
I
this
went
stands
for
off,
the
but
ride and it was very breezy.
the breeze definitely a factor. A lot of breakaway when Bissett got caught back and out of Fattyville. Sometimes they catch another breakaway and then the little guy Air
Steven
Force.
Cabral.
He's in Air Force in America. So
Yes, he is.
he based at
member of
Georgia,
the-
is it?
Sorry.
He based at Georgia also.
Yes, he is at McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey. I know I spoke to him this morning and he told me he'll be here for the big cross country too.
Okay.
He's been here for like
Like
about
anyway.
a month.
Yeah. It's a long time is it normally. Normally come.
Yes,
we
well,
can go.
and the U.S. military gives you 30 days holiday every year, no? So I guess he saved up and he took his whole 30 and came, no? But congratulations to
He was well. He was
Steven Cabral.
he-
He
Otto
had
Mile.
2 races in a week.
out of mile 17, I think he got away and never did look back.
No,
Did them over 2 minutes and change. So
and
in that breeze by himself, definitely he showed that he's talented. I think this one says he's about 28, 29 in age.
yeah, he's like in the mid late 20s, early. I don't think he's 30 yet.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he's
30.
in his late 20s.
Yeah, going to 30.
Yeah. He's not 30 yet.
So he have room to improve.
Yeah, and remember now to Steven Cabral used to race as junior and stuff
Back then.
back before he joined the Air Force. No, he did quite well here. as
So he
junior.
just started. He got his second.
No, he has quite a bit under his belt,
Okay.
experience wise and so on.
He cousin now, but he could know better too. And we call Beast.
That is his uncle.
Uncle, eh?
Let me rephrase. One of them is the uncle and the other one is the nephew. I'm not sure if it's
Who is who?
Marin is the uncle or it's Cabral is the uncle. One is our uncle and one is the nephew. They're about the same age.
I think the Beast Marine.
Yes, Beef is Marin.
And so like I know this what guy Park. If I go the wrong way a lot, I believe.
Yeah, he lives
Because
in New Jersey. too.
He do a lot.
I think they live
I know
somewhere
Park.
like Fort Lee, New Jersey, or somewhere else. That's like
Mhm.
almost touching New York side now.
So besides when he stepped there, he came in all alone, and then a lot of Justin attacks. When I'm gonna got 15-man break or like
Well-
that in between.
I remember that he got away, and then you had 2 guys who were chasing Greg Lovell,
Mote, I think, too. Nobody know Mote.
Greg Lovell, and somebody.
Mote made run with Animal Son, Chevron.
But Greg and somebody was chasing,
But
and then Greg stayed out by himself.
yeah, Greg little guy.
Yeah, he came in second, right?
Yeah, Greg was second.
Right. And stuff. I honestly thought Greg would have caught him because
I think they moved too late. They make you get too
But
much up
no,
and
but-
then, you know, the bridge, we said, they got the get ton tiger up around.
but Palace Steven moved at mile 17,
17 about.
and then
Well, we ran.
and then Lovell and then got leave it after. He only had like less than 20 seconds on them for a long time, and then when he turned into John Smith,
You up now?
that's when he kind of opened up and stuff like that.
Okay. I never,
Oh, I think it was no, it wasn't Greg Anchoto. It wasn't Greg Anchoto. It was Gregory Lovell and somebody.
Baba to look at it.
Yeah,
Come on.
to the end. They
Yeah.
get there on the bridge, going up the bridge. Yeah. But it was a good race, Pierre.
Mhm.
I mean, it's amazing to see the amount of riders and stuff, and a lot of big riders that you think would be riding the big cross country was there. Babel,
Bob was there.
Bob, Heno.
Heno already entered now.
Oh, Heno won't ride the cross country.
Because then he separated the chief and the goat.
I'm surprised at that. I thought Heno would ride cross country because to me, Heno is a good road captain.
But
And I mean,
Heno will be the
I don't think Heno would be, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, please. Heno, I think Heno would be good to keep his team organized, especially early, and then
well,
you understand that.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
expect
Heno
him
talk and
to ride the whole
Heno
thing
is
and come.
Heno is real to himself as well. Heno is about they can meet with himself.
Yeah.
Heno know that he won't be able to be around that kind of race for so long. So he just think that
But
better he know. That one will tell me set up the young race, so you have to
yeah, but
come back and you have to you
but
can be a captain now and
but I think
record.
I think if you look back on the cross country last couple of ones, the big move happens just about anywhere after Esperanza and coming out of Cairo, right? So if Heno can keep his boys in a whatever game plan they have and keep them under control and make them do the right thing and eat and then fuel and then save, because people don't realize that people say, well, we need a down the stretch. No. Sometimes you need that person early in the race where they keep you and remind you, hey, you gotta eat, you gotta fuel and get out of the breeze. Yes, the breeze not blow hard, but shelter, not jump out at people, just take your time. All the lean nuances. Yeah, go and get water and stuff. I think I personally think that that team will really. I think Hanoi would be a good man that can help the team in the race. And I don't expect Hanoi to, if he would ride the race to come all the way home. I expect him to do a lot of work early and so on. But like you said, everybody have their own thing.
So basically, the C race came from Cotton Tree. So
All right.
there been a while since I separate the race, but they separate the race. 11 of them came from Cotton Tree to Belize. At the end of the race, that C race, three riders came together. Sante Willis and Kenneth Butler. Kenneth Butler.
I was informed that
Kenneth Butler.
I was informed that
Leave me alone.
that Kenneth played the right card too. Kenneth say, "Uno got the numbers."
Big numbers.
He said, "I wait for the crowd to come." I was told that there was a barrage of attacks against Kenneth, but Kenneth responded and hang on and came home and sprinted to the victory.
Where was Santi playing? Kami man temi as Santi na pace and I want to Santi ay ula yun sa buti ito.
Well, my understanding, I'm just telling you the information that was given to me, was that Kenneth said, I not the help, y'all have the numbers. And the two Santino's riders start attacking Kenneth. And
After so Santi attack Kennedy Zebi?
I didn't tell you what was given to me. I did not. There was no video of that series, so I can't tell you anything. I'm just telling you.
I watched that. That's the yato. I understand. They.
Yes, that's what I heard too. Did both
attack, chief attack, and I wrote one for that.
I don't know. PIS to tell you the information given to me. And Kenneth, congratulations, man.
So Kenneth was first, second was Sante, Chief. Third was Welase. Fourth was Richard Gabriel, I think, at the training. Fifth was Mike Wagner. Sixth was the farmer to him. I don't know if he went here. I told him we can nickname. He was six. I don't know the top seven was. I surprised him. Colonel Lovell.
And I understand Colonel Lovell got separated early.
We can understand.
I understand he took the first station prize, and after that, Colonel Lovell was in some trouble. I don't know if he had mechanical or whatever. But that's my information was that he got separated early.
Mm. Yeah, so that's the top 7 in the
You know the C class PA. I mean, I want to give all the riders in the C class because all of them are over 60.
no, not really, not really.
No,
No,
I thought all of them are over 60.
no, they with a Gabriel and a cousin was 60, but them is C class already.
Oh, okay.
So no. We're not automatically for 60 automatically to ride C.
Oh,
But
okay.
everybody there is not to cost.
Okay.
But okay, this right now, okay, 7, 5 of these are 60. All are over 60.
Yes.
So Botte Sante, Willaste, Wagner, and Cornell.
Yeah.
All
And
60.
and I mean, it's impressive to see that Santi at 69 are going to be 69.
Yeah, 69, I think, yeah.
He will be 69 in May. He's still racing, no?
Nice.
Kudos to them. Kudos to all.
Then in the B category, we said, boy, Philly will beat everybody, but I not think he might win, we said.
Who, Kenny?
Kenny. Because
Why?
he's considered a sprinters race.
Yeah, but
in the hills, Kenny the best be right now in the hills. Nobody can beat Kenny in the hills. You know,
Because-
everybody.
Kenny, I'll give Kenny credit. Kenny can think a race good, you know.
You could do it, but I think it's good.
Right? He not look for him for the PS or none of that, but he
Yeah.
now miss too much move.
Yeah.
Can't get down.
And
He know
me,
who
me,
get
he talk a
down.
lot. Kenny, he knows his body, and he know if I could punish.
Mhm.
And so we don't have to get it for D-Way and you know, for the people.
Oh, so like come by himself, he come by himself.
Oh, he come
Well, come in a group where the left there.
He could do it, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Why? That's surprising.
So this was also like I never have a win with B. Because I'm saying the Roque and the D-Way, they normally the Saturdays they beat them. The hills, they can't touch on you.
Mhm.
But I was surprised that he came out with this one. Huh? And then so he beat our second place was D-Way, third was Mexican Asante Luis. So her I think. Fourth was Roque Matos. Fifth was Rasmak.
Oh.
Rasmak took the top 5 position.
Mhm.
I think they give 7 prize, but the picture when you say by Scott Bell, I think was 6. Yeah, 6 or 7 prize. Scott Bell was 6. And so I don't know the top position in the B category, and then in the C category,
No,
So-
we did see her in the A.
in the A category, sorry, first place was Stephen Cabral. You know, Junior too? I think he put a Stephen to me.
I'm not sure,
Oh, Junior?
but I know him as Steven Cabral.
I think that's
I'm not sure if he's a junior.
so he took first place honors. Second place was the Bullet, Greg Lovo. Third place was Bob Gabriel. Fourth place was Jose Choto. Fifth place was Heno. Kenny Moreira. Sixth place was local. So man with the whole position for people.
Mm.
I think when I see, he was in the top 10 with Sean Garden.
Okay.
And I think Santi May on the side of the whole position.
He
was
will hold
Sam.
position because
Yeah.
C Road a separate way,
Yeah,
so he
so-
definitely holding.
So Santi was me hold for me with Sam.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 by Williams and next one for whatever boys.
Boys.
I think they were 7th and 8th.
You know who surprising I thought would have been in that 10? My boy, our friend Hyro Campos.
Oh yes, only they Harrow too. I was surprised too.
But
But disqualified.
oh, for what?
Oh yes, disqualified Harrow. He was laying down in the bar. Yeah, he was DQ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I do know, and I want to tell Hyra, you really impressed me with your dedication and stuff. I saw that he rode the race.
From Mocktail.
I mean, he got disqualified, but he rode the distance,
and then he went back
and then he
home.
rode all the way to Orange Walk, like 100 and something. And
Yeah. 'Cause he's preparing for cross country.
yes, and I like that. I like that. There was,
Harrow was to Harrow to 35.
yeah,
I mean, young.
no, there was Hyra was in that crop with Marlon, Giovanni Fraggy, Leslie,
Pope, yeah.
and all of them. But
Pope,
you know, all of them.
35. Popular last time, popular 35. Popular 35 to the gyro.
Mhm. And Jairo was on the national team at one time too.
Yeah, he was.
I think he traveled.
He got more trip there, man. He
I
got
don't know
more.
if he went to Commonwealth.
Commonwealth,
right?
He went to Commonwealth.
I remember he went on a trip. So yeah, nice to see you back out there, Hyro.
Yeah, so that weekend whereas weekend
Yes.
was issue of the
Belmopan Classic.
classic. Next race up for guns is this Thursday the one I think 190.
190.
Then check me quick with calendar visit.
Then the junior
Cross country
cross
Sunday.
country is Sunday.
Right, BL sponsor too.
Yes. I wonder if BL is also sponsoring because they are doing a female junior also on Sunday.
Oh, BL sponsor working also.
So
Because it's female and next week, right?
yeah, the elite female.
It is female. Yeah.
So you have a junior female, which is this week, and I think they're coming from Cotton Tree, if I'm right.
I will put the boys. The
They
boys are
start
going
as
to
supports.
They still go on
Yeah.
supports.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then so that is for this weekend.
Favorite for them, junior, because to be man like
Devin Major.
Devin Major, national champion.
Yeah. Where his father used to ride.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting old.
Myself. He's a national champion.
Yeah.
Right for Valvoline.
Right.
Anyway, Keaton Wright Jr.
Keaton Wright Jr. There we go.
Keaton Wright Jr.
Yeah.
Devon
Major. Then you have
what the boy Louis saying?
which Louis? Charlison.
Louis right for Valvoline too, man. Was pretty good.
Oh, Nana Louis, Nana Wait.
Louis, he won the Belpan Classic. Belpan Classic.
Okay. And then you have the young boy.
Jahim Louis.
Jahim Lewis, and then you have the young boy from
G Fogal very good. You very good too.
the guy from Dangriga.
Tamron Morris.
Tamron Morris.
And the lead boy very good for G Fogal. Also that amateur in time.
Yes.
Yes. Son. Strongly boy.
Yes. So that should be.
So wait. So do they have a youth class country? No. The youth are ride together?
I think they're riding together because I know there's the junior class because it's called the junior class country. So I think they're riding the youths and the juniors together, and then they might give a youth category.
The distance might be too long for them, is it? And it's some
but that they've been riding that ever since, so P, because we never had a youth class country.
Yeah.
Right.
I usually might ride the female youth too.
The female youth will be on Sunday. I know that for a fact.
That come from is it?
I think they are coming from Cotton Tree. That's I think it's Cotton Tree.
I think they should make the youth boy come from though.
Yeah. As that supports the Belize are like 70 something. I think it's a
so that is Sunday the 6th of April. So the 13th then becomes the
female cross country.
Elite.
The elite female cross country.
What females got
somebody
got Chariot not long.
Who?
Or we can not long Chariot.
Oh my goodness.
No, not long.
I hope speedy recovery.
And
which one are
I think might be the far one.
As you have Paulina.
Yeah, Paulina might be Paulina. But she wouldn't be. If big sister will train as much. Paulina may get prepared.
Somebody told me that Kaya Katus is riding, and she said she will ride the cross country.
She is? Kaya will train not to me.
Well, I understand she's back on her bike and training. That's what I was informed.
Okay.
I saw the young lady this morning out.
Gina Lover, right? Gina Lover. Fiona Humes. Was.
You have the young girl.
You got
Giggly.
You got two good. Oh, the Giggly.
Giggly, that is the sister-in-law to the Lovels.
Yeah, Giggly. When Giggly start come back, that be a nice 1-2 punch.
Yes. And then they have the other the two. Well, Gina and what's the doctor's name? Gabriel. So they would have a silent team if all of them would get back to racing. No?
Okay. So the legal Choto and Irene Bakim are ride Sunday.
Yeah.
They are ride the youth one, say.
I would assume that they are ride the youth. And I don't know, and then they might go ride both. I don't see why not.
Okay. Irene Bakim and legal Choto. Then they do the run. Then they run tight race. Bakim have an edge on her. I think first time he get beat her when the girl beat her, Choto beat her first time. But after it, Mr. I couldn't do compare the Hogo Pizza, they walk on and hold
and
hand.
then you have what's the proper way of putting it? A lady that used to ride that is making a comeback. I forgot her name.
Oh, Norma.
Yes,
No one else, no one else.
she will more likely ride that. Do we know if there will be any foreigners this year? There were foreigners last year.
I don't know.
Haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah. But you don't have cut off time, is it? Very foreigners name is submitted, so you don't know. Okay.
I would hope
on the
so.
six put in a name and we six yeah.
I would hope that we have some cut-off time, but we haven't heard anything from the federation.
And if you get in June, okay, you only invite on June foreigners too.
Well, this is what I'm saying. We will get into it shortly about other races elsewhere and people joining up and to me, if you put these invites out from early, right? You know, there's a lot of people that will say, you know, I want to go there and I can start to prepare to train to really go there to ride good, and also start to solicit funding to try and reach here, because we have to be real. To reach Belize is kind of expensive, especially like in the Caribbean and so
Definitely.
on. So you know, these things need to be a little more time plan for it.
Okay, so deal next week we deal the female cross country, and then the following week can be the big 19th of Saturday, 19th of April, the big dance.
I see we've had some of our top riders have left the shore to go and ride some races internationally.
They're going on a tour.
We know that there's a group that's in Jamaica.
Apparently, the team G Flow was invited to the tour and driving and traveling before giant so other Caribbean or Italian boy. And then apparently Mala get in contact with Glenn and asked if he can give her 2 months. And Glenn said, okay, we 2 months. So I think Mala then submitted Carter Robinson and Goran Gabriel.
Right.
So the team look like we got 4 Belizean.
Let's name the 4 Belizean first.
Derek Terraria, Jan Gonzalez, Carlton Robinson from G Flow,
Carlton Robinson,
and Goran Gabriel from Anthony Mala, DJ Alliance, and then Trevor Bailey from where was it?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Okay.
I have a good friend, and he says you and him used to race a long time ago. Sarge from St. Vincent.
Sarge, I know Sarge.
And then
they have Valani Matteo, Italian. Yeah, on that 6 month squad. But obviously, they already, the team got invited by Team G4 got invited. So and this is a 2.2 UCI tour. So they might have to use. They might have issues the boy they could use Belize jersey, but I think they were told that they can't.
They can't.
So they have to ride G4.
They didn't invite a national team.
Yeah, even
so you can't wear a national jersey if a national team was not invited.
So they have to wear G4 jersey.
They have to ride.
Nothing wrong with that, said.
No.
I think issues don't have someone say they must not ride G4 jersey. And we so asked a second. We said I can't start to. I don't even like to ponder when I hear they talk. The simpleness.
You know what?
They Belize and they come right together. What jersey and play different.
And I mean, it's good that
I'm glad they come again.
I'm very glad that they can go because I think they will get a lot of exposure. Is one.
I thought a 2.2 UCI tour is a good tour.
Yeah, and that's big exposure when you ride a UCI.
And the thing I win the tour independence of team don't fight it. Like top team going in. Team Mejain. Colombia. You got a tour de France rider. Babyface Assassin.
Sastra, Carlos Sastra.
That's Sastra.
Sastra.
Go foot na tour de France and go second na tour Vuelta.
I know he's from Colombia, right?
No, you're right. Mejain in Spaniard.
Oh, okay.
Spaniard. You're right. But Mejain with a Colombian team, but
okay.
I can't remember anybody.
We get no LP.
Yeah, he just won the Vuelta de Independencia, ¿no?
It's not Carlos Sacha.
No, Sacha is Spaniard. Sacha is Spaniard as well. He's
Yeah.
Spaniard too.
Oscar Sevilla.
Sevilla. Sick
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Sick
Oscar
boy.
Sevilla.
Farid visit and he got still
Yes.
Farid.
Very
So,
talented.
if we don't see that be a good outing for them.
Nice outing
That is
for them.
the speed of Jamaica got solid climbs so. So different going of snow climbs. Yeah, good preparation.
It's 3 days of racing.
Yeah. Good preparation for cross country. Mega time trial to do.
Well, this is the thing. I tried to find some information on it. I went to UCI, and UCI tells you that of the 3 days, which is
But it doesn't give you the stages.
but it doesn't like give you the detail. Like, it sends you to a Jamaica Classic, because it's really called a Jamaican Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And when it sends you to a website for them, it seems that website is down at the time I was looking, so we couldn't get no info on it. However, I know the boys will do their best, and they will definitely keep us informed.
Mm-hmm.
And if we find that there's a link to see the racing, we will definitely make sure to pass it out to you guys. I want to look at it and also say this, no, Palace, like we have to start to look at things. It's good that we have rivalries, but also we also have to know how to get along, man. You know, like we can't be that petty. We need
Because in my time, they said Michael and Charlie was my greatest rival. But we train a lot together. We hang out a lot together. But I remember me and Charlie and Michael, I try to remember my mind, or is me and Charlie and Michael even have a heated discussion with each other.
You see,
Charlie and Michael, in my time, don't you know, Charlie and Michael, in my time, they had it. They had to
yes, they were.
They punch like a man down, then walk out man the big stick, big board, and me and Charlie and Michael, I don't think we correlate. We don't correlate. But 83, 84, we don't correlate.
But see,
But these like it's not that. I like say the little girl making it. Oh, Baki and Toto, they hold hand like they're really.
Yeah.
They hold hand and lead to the boy.
Yes,
I should have it.
all of them talk together.
They split up.
The two that were used to race last year, Keaton Wright Jr. and Devin Major.
They were same team.
No, they were on the same team. They're separated, but they're still good friends.
Good friends,
I always see them when races are finished, they are celebrating together. They, you know,
Yeah.
And
the parents took Robin Mackenzie, mother of Keaton.
yeah,
She was them like her children.
yes.
She was along there and everybody in out the house. But I saw seconds stand my time. But when you reach the elite, the mother start.
Yeah.
That one pass man, or that one heal a one.
You fling a function and
stop. I said, man, crash our next team pass. Nobody stop and pick you up. We and they're not gonna come out of the business.
we have to stop that.
So I was talking to who today? Oh, Melvin Torres.
Past president.
Past president as well. Great cyclist as well.
Great cyclist, yes.
Sure will be in the Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, Torres said, Palace floating with the chances are in the cross country. I said, we have a couple guys Torres that can. He said, what is the after of it in your mind? I thought, why not like no? Because I know what his racing is, and I know this camaraderie, like I know it's a clean camaraderie. What of infighting in the race, man. So what I'm saying is that the camaraderie, the infighting is so deep. They said
it's too petty.
We are got no. I'm afraid that I find out getting across country, and
nobody wants to join up.
Think can't come together.
Because
everybody expect that one for chase. There's a player, no, but for man get him under the ball, no chase, making chase.
But you know what, to P, I think something that this is me speaking personally. I think what is going on too, we have a lot of guys that are racing and so on, and they don't know the rules well, they don't know their rights, and they don't know the etiquette of racing. Like if we have a pace line and you want to interrupt our pace line, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a way of doing it. You need to make sure that you're not just to come in between the pace line. You have to go to you have to ride up and go in the front of the pace line and try and slow down the pace. You can't come on it, hold the forward there and try broke off at the second and pushing that. You know, there's certain etiquette.
I think that's fine, I think, for the last driving something when Foxon that he cut off Rosado, I was told.
I'm not sure because and this is something else.
You know, get fine. You know, get fine.
I'm not sure because, and this is where I have a problem.
I don't know about CFB mailing shot, but I don't get no email.
Well, this
like
is
fines
the
and stuff.
But this is what I'm going to say, Paulus. Like in the old days, the commissaire of whichever race it was, he has a response, and this I've been telling the riders. The commissaire has a responsibility. At the end of the race, he has a period of time that he has to wait to see if anybody has any complaints to lodge.
Yeah.
Then he puts all the fines and who's being fined and what rule you have broken. And then he puts the whole result. So if 70 riders start, he have to get a report of 70 riders.
Report that.
Right?
Report.
Yeah, he might have DNF or crash, abandon or whatever.
If two persons,
right?
If two different persons,
but he has to do all of that
two
and
different
sign
persons,
it and then you send that out.
If two persons that are protest, that has to be lodged as well.
And this is my point.
That rider Palace and they said Palace make a complaint against they said
and then there'll be a hearing and then people have to understand that if I get charged a fine, I have the right to appeal my fine. And there's a process, and we need to make sure that everybody know what the processes are. Because I think a lot of guys, like I was telling somebody...
Don't look at the class, but when did that protest came with Rosado and Davin?
I don't know. I have heard that a protest was lodged. I have heard that no protest was lodged. I heard that they went to the video 2 years later and things. No. So there's a lot of things, and these are why I'm saying if the commissaire writes his report, it will be more straightforward. We can go on because, like, I'm not defending or taking. I'm just putting out the rules.
Yeah, I think
people have to understand that in Belize, racing is done in one lane.
Yeah,
and the boundaries of that lane is the yellow line on the left and the white line on the right. If you go across the yellow line or across the white line, you are considered out of bounds. And if you're out of bounds, you cannot lodge a complaint, you can't file nothing because you out of bounds. It's like me and you would have said in a court, the court say if you come to me with dirty hands, we can't even listen to your case.
No, you got dirty hands.
You have dirty hands, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Either come to equity, must come with a clean hand.
Yeah, and that is it.
Are you can't make a complaint Tuesday
and the race happen from Sunday? Are you gonna watch a video?
Because they said the process of the commissaire, unless the commissaire job, the commissaire don't report. But either the federation job is to inform Jaiven that a post has been lodged against you. But Jaiven can hold the prize or whatever, and then Tuesday no, the name was still Jaiven to the team that a post has been lodged by DJ Alliance. But that's what I've been hearing so that Jaiven can hold knowing a post was lodged against you because of right somebody dirty.
Yes, because whatever. You have a time frame, and when you lodge a protest, you have to pay a fee to the federation
for lodge a protest.
To lodge a protest.
Yeah. If you lose, you're not going to get money. If you win, you get money.
Yes, and then the same thing with what people don't realize and how about the video and so on. You can't lodge a protest after you go back or review the video, you know.
No.
There's two ways of doing this thing. One, if the federation wants to utilize the video as the means to penalize, they have to have somebody that's watching it live. And then he writes down why Fitzgerald Joseph did X, Y, and Z at mile 10.
Yeah.
Right? And then he, at the end of the race, he turns in that. Now, if a protest has been lodged then the only way they can go back to that is if at some point in the race, one of the judges that are there, because you not only have the commissaire, you have different guys that are judges on the road. If a judge comes to the commissaire and say, I saw an incident at mile 10, maybe we might want to do that, but he has to do that as soon as the race is done. Then they go and look at it. But you can't just down 2 days later go and watch something and say, why look, this or something happened. It doesn't work like that. And this is where I'm saying that we need to educate our riders, and the riders, they also need to take it upon themselves to learn the rules. Fellas, I asked somebody.
This is after a day that on the Pope and Chavgar on the Carriacre,
Yes.
and all the rest can Jonathan nobody
but fellas, but the Rumble, they were supposed to do 3 laps and they never do 3 laps. Right? And these, not blaming only the cyclists. Some of this is on the commissaire, some of it is on the race course technicians.
And
this is what I'm saying.
When a corong, the only way that may be correct when I do it is to finish them on the other side. Because if I reach it,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
That was an incomplete lap.
Yes.
So when you reach it, you just start to come one.
Then just to start to go wrong to make one. And that is the thing.
They go wrong what you call that one.
Yes, they call it one. Yeah. And Chav never, if you look on it, all the rest had to go cross Belcan and go around the flag monument to make one. Chav never do that, but Chav he dive in. I think he never got back cross Belcan. Right? So there's little issues, and these are the issues that I'm saying.
But they know because the cyclists are interested.
But personally, because interested when it affects them, and that is wrong.
They never want to where they come.
Yes, that's when they want to make a big focus. But if we do the right thing and do the rules and have the commissaires doing the right thing and everybody trying to do the right thing, we all are human, we all will make mistakes. But if we do the things and we keep doing it, we will get better and we won't have all these incidences. It's just like I am trying to find out, maybe you can enlighten me, what is the criteria for the big whole Saturday race. I still can't find out what the criteria, who is coming and who is not coming.
There should be none.
Well, we've spoken about that last week.
Only try,
but I'm just trying to figure out.
We try with our World Championship this year. Apparently, we set on
World Championship. No, Africa.
Africa.
In Kenya.
In about this part, Zooms.
Yes, Kenya. In Kenya.
All right. We try to send maybe 1 or 2 riders Kenya go against Portugal and the other one is set. Other one there ability to know the set down rules as to who we go against. And we tap riders they try to prepare for go that Kenya go against Portugal.
And not only Portugal, but 150 man nearly at the level. If they might not be exact with Portugal, but they're in a Portugal range.
And all there know this one can't go. We're not strike a list. So why he go on Tour 2010? He can't go. A joke. I talked to the president last week. I told the president on a getaway for betting.
We don't need no
betting.
Because everybody has different things, man.
We try go betting. Then I said, oh, pro, no. And then
they say only Continental Pro.
But I'm saying the Guatemalan team not got no pro license.
No, but they got pro though. They got more pro than pro.
Yeah, so I don't know where.
But, and my thing is, we
are proud, right?
Well, this is what I'm saying, and this is where we're going to be. How many? This is going to be our 97.
Most of it, if you call Gonzalez, no. Look at that.
We wait till the week of cross.
That's how Crossroads week, yeah.
The technical meeting where I spend all night the crowd. When Mandon come in.
Yeah, Mandon there now.
Yeah, and then we still the crowd. He can't ride. He can't ride.
That's I think what we traditionally did was wrong. To take all the rider at mile 24.
I'm telling you, they are lucky. I told them not to. I said, y'all are lucky that rider didn't
sue the federation.
Then sue the federation for travel
Like,
expense.
or not taking money.
And I could have win so much damages.
On signing.
Yes.
Everything I didn't
Well,
do.
make it start, and then I went 25 miles into the race and pull out.
Yeah,
That
was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad.
And
Unprecedented cycling to in the world, you know, so they must see how we go and we do and this are really bully your tongue too. Some of the practices that we do in this.
And P, we are trying, at least I look at me and yourself, that we are trying to make it better, and we would hope it will get better, and we always strive for it to be better. I mean, the way I look at it, P, I hope that in my lifetime that I am lucky enough to see one of our locals to join a professional team.
That would be good.
That would be like, I would feel very proud of that. But I mean, we have pros. We have pros in that own teams, and I'm very proud of them. I will be the first to say that. People say, "Boy, you're a Williams lover," and thing, but I look at it differently. I think that it's great to see Belizeans striving at home and abroad. And I give kudos to that whole entire family. I know next week Sunday, I think it is. They will be having the big race in Indianapolis.
When again?
The Lions Den. It's a big race, and stuff. And I mean, it's great to see, you know. But we all have to start to put our part in to try and make it better. That's where we're at.
Where we are stopped to be said of being petty about them kind of thing, kind of organizational procedures and rules and stuff, and no worry about it. If
it affect me, that's the problem. That's our thing.
When they bite somebody,
we say, "Oh well, and me bite." So
we laugh.
Yeah.
And so we have to try to find out the rules and maybe learn it.
Yes, and
we can get affected by the rule because we are doing what the rules say we should be doing.
And this is where I'm saying, like, the federation has their part to play too. Like, if you go on the federation webpage, you can't even find a constitution for the cycling federation. That is bad. We should have our constitution there. We should have our rules there, right? And these are, I mean, I know.
We said we got this committee was chosen. I remember.
No, and this is what I'm saying. I asked the two riders I was talking to. They were discussing the line.
So who find driving and if you not go
well, the fine comes from the commissaire, no? And then driving has, and I don't want to use driving. Let's use the rider, because that, I don't know if they did find. We're not sure if they find him. They didn't find him or whatever. So let's look.
But they find looking at secrecy.
Well, this is what I'm saying to you. And it should be on the report. And this is what I'm saying to you, that every race, the commissaire's report should be sent to everybody, so everybody can look at it and say, "Oh, boy, they find Team X for sticky battle or this one for whole and whatever it is."
Yes,
right? And it should be knowledge. And this is what I'm saying. But you know, we have all kind of incidents that happen, and you hear that they are fine, but they're not fine because of this. It's not like that. You put out the fine. If the individual feel that he was wrong, he has the right to appeal, and then you go through the process.
Yes.
We have to learn the process and work the process.
Work the process. We don't for.
That's what
we don't find the process.
No,
motors are rocket.
And then we don't even have access to it, because, like I said, if you go on, I asked the two riders, and there are two active riders, and I asked them, I said, "Do you all know who is on the appeals board?" No. "Do you all know who is on the disciplinary committee?" No. "Do you all know how to find that?" No. This is what I'm saying. It shouldn't be like that.
They don't know. They don't still know. And look at
I don't know, MP. I think me and you, we've been through our battles now.
We don't fight about battle again with it.
Like I told somebody, I said, and this is the one that hurts me the most.
The color side is no rule. And when one look up on the side, and we call fake on. If one of the cycles on that, I don't know who else want help now then.
Yep. And y'all have to want to know it. And even if you don't want to know it on the top of your head, you need to know that, hey, it is there. If I go to the website, I can find it.
People.
And I can go and look it up.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to know that it's there. Y'all have to request it to be there.
I want to say I can compare the constitution. I want to say I can compare the rules. I make a say one of that there.
Yeah. And then when y'all define me or discipline me or whatever, I can go and say, is this correct? And no, I need to appeal this. And how do I appeal? What is the process? How long do I have before I can appeal?
You said we don't do nothing. Later 2010, we got a lot of appeals to stand there and smiling and standing, making anything. We got a lot of appeals we do.
But we had big people on the appeal board. We had lawyers and judges. And this is what I'm saying. But we don't set these things up the proper way, and we don't pass out the knowledge, or we don't put it somewhere where everybody has access to it. And these are the things that the federation has to do, but the cyclists also have to want it, and they have to request it, and they have to show themselves for it. Plus, I remember when we were in horse racing, but nearly every race we right. And then you see, the one that hurts me, Pete, the thing that hurts me is, me and you spend so much time to try and get to a higher level.
Yes, sir.
But nowadays, the thing is to try and get to a lower level. People want to go back here.
And they put that
But horse race and cycling, I see a thing, Pete. We will try to go down higher level.
They're full of upward mobility.
No, then they try to go back where you don't say how much man want.
Then we
get the clubs more riders than the elite.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. I'm not saying that you can't be a club like that. You can be both.
75 man ride the Melbourne Classic, about 30 man ride the Tilapa Fest. Don't come, no 100 come.
Yes. So I tell you, man, we have lost our drive to try and be the best we can be. We trying to go back way, man. We want the easy way. It's not that way. Shouldn't be that way. But this week Sunday is the juniors. They are the
BL farm, BL sponsored farm. So fair enough.
Yes.
So where are done? Oh, BL no.
Right in front of BL.
So where you get?
No, this is
I
haven't seen the exact course, because they used to come all the way down, turn on to Central American Boulevard, come across Belcan Bridge.
But today we're going to do next time now.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what they're doing.
Is that next time now?
So what they will do is they will take the finish line on the other side, on the what you'd call it, the inward into Belize City side.
Yeah, that's finished.
Because it's finished. So then maybe they might bring them through Chatham Hall Street. And just turn down on Conspring.
Yeah, well, I think the side is no. So then you go beside there, you are going to wait around about and turn on Conspring.
I think, and see, these are things like, I mean, I know that they don't have control of the road, the road work, but then I am hoping that the federation is on top of it and finding
so know that the work will be done.
Well, the road not finished in time for Sunday. Make sure that we notify everybody at the change and whatever, and make sure we have a signage where we need to have our signage and or everything else, And plus, we have to also understand that Belize is going to host the Central American and Caribbean Games in October. That's a huge first time in history. And remember now, this is something too. If that doesn't go well, UCI will ban Belize for numerous years from ever trying to have to host an event.
Hmm.
So last I think it was last year.
They are boundary visit.
Yes, last year, when Jalen Briseño and them went to the French islands, what was it, Martinique or one
Oh,
of
yeah,
them?
they do that, right?
And remember he had a crash
Uh-huh.
and he went to the hospital and the hospital wouldn't allow treatment because his parents and all kind of thing.
Thing that sign up there too.
Right. Martinique, if I'm right, got suspended for I think 2 or 3 years for that because they didn't have all this stuff. I know we haven't put out the course because UCI will send.
Somebody.
They send. We design the course, and then they send a group in. I think it's like 3 people come in and go through the course and say, okay, this happen. You need to do that. Move this, whatever. And then they sign off on the course.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I think that happens like in the next couple of months. So, we have a lot of work to do to prepare for that.
Yeah, make sure we said that you got hotels out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to
Close
have
proximity to the race.
Yes, and all of that. You know that they have to have vehicles for those teams that are coming. There's a lot of stuff that we have to prepare and be ready. And that's why I'm saying we need to start to utilize our races in preparation of that.
Okay,
We have to make sure we have all it.
national team.
Well, that's one thing, but we need to be prepared for the event too. We have to make sure we have
for the event.
we have the barriers, and we have to know how to set the barriers.
But you
have to have kite a kilometer away. You have to have this. These are things that we need to start to prepare. It's going to be a challenging
year for CFP.
Yeah. But it's a good thing.
It's a
great thing.
Not for the side with a bad thing.
No. It's a great thing because how many eyes will be, and this is where I keep telling our cyclists.
I think BTB also is getting involved.
Yes, and that is good. But the cyclists have to realize that the more events like this that you attend, the more events like that come to our grounds and so on, there's more eyes that are looking that you will have better chances of getting an opportunity to ride for a team or so on. These are the things that we have to start to prepare our cyclists for and so on. But we are trying, we're working the best we can. Fellas, we do our best. I think me and yourself do quite a lot of consulting with the federation, talking to the cyclists, but the cyclists today have to start to realize there's more to just pedaling the bike. They have to learn their stuff. They have to know how.
But the federation now, personal thing, we don't know, they undermine the boy.
Yes, but see,
but they cannot try only for the one Caribbean Championship. They undermine.
But they are. But
do they know that?
I would hope so. But
they can seek help.
Well, I think what they need to do is they need to prepare and delegate the work. So, like say, okay, it's only 4 of us, but all 4 of us can't do everything together.
Yeah.
So you wanna be responsible for road preparation or whatever, right? They are two will be responsible for sponsorship and
but
so
they also
on.
have to get people,
and then you get people and then you designate them. Okay, you
people that are people have knowledge to visit.
Yes. But they need to do that and set it up and start delegating from early.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you.
But
no, this is a big job.
Very.
But so I mean, if they know the magnitude of the work that they set before their eyes, and if they prepare one time, we like this for last minute.
No,
September. This thing, and then they might say take about 8 months for plan one championship.
Yes.
All right, October 8 months longer.
Unless you know that Kenya right now is on like a civil war, right? You know that UCI already people are already questioning them if they're still going to have the race there.
Totally well.
According to UCI, they have been in close contact with the government, and the government is saying, yes, we will make sure and this and that. But however, UCI is also planning, they haven't given out where, but they have a secondary plan that in the event, they can just move it over there. Because
usually I make the riders and get hurt.
And not only that, UCI realizes that if we're going to move it, we can't move the date. We can move the country, but we can't move the date because riders and countries have been preparing for that date.
Yeah, the date will remain.
The date will remain. It's just like our cross country. We can't get up and say, by the way,
is that
right? Easter Monday. That can't happen. Yeah. And these are the things that we have to be prepared for. No?
Glenn is a good guy, but I don't think this my heart goes for them because that task that they have. I mean, cross country now,
big task by itself.
Big task itself, but the cross country come back for that task. Of course, in a Caribbean Championship. So I hope Glenn is,
because remember now cross country, we just send out an invitation to somebody and say, well, get your race now when we the host and give, we have to make sure that the man they got rooms, they got food, they got transportation. Yes, you have to have police when they train. And all kind of thing, you know. Yes, yes, you have to have all kind of thing. You have to have serious. It's a big planning.
The police have to be involved in a
business. All of them thing there. And you can't, like you say, you can't wait till last minute to try to scrub them up. And get to police.
Samara is the Minister of Sports. I think we are moving forward. I think sports on a whole
should be big.
And cycling should get better.
And I said it last week and I'll say it again. I honestly believe we need to bring back the Belize Games. That is, I think that should be one of their things.
We did two visits. I wrote two.
Mm-hmm.
91, 94.
And that was the only two, if I'm right, that was the only 2 years that they had it. And that was under Minister of Sports side, Musa.
I think so. People was in that,
yes. And stuff, and then it fell apart. Mm-hmm. But those palaces, like I tell people, sometimes we like to reinvent the wheel, you know. But when I was a youngster, you know, well, there was no television and so on, but radio and so, you know, when football and they used to have inter-district, boy, that was a big thing when you have Orange Walk, they played at MCC, and then Billy Stan Creek did that recall up the cross.
Nice.
Boy, then now big times and stuff like that. But you know, and that to me made people get more involved. Even if they weren't playing the sport, they were coming out because I had to support my district and I had to support, you know, the team and stuff like that. So that's where we have to get back to those things.
Quickly, Bissett, let's just touch quickly, only 5 minutes max. But the cross country coming up, the big cross country, 19th of April. But like I said, we don't know the finals, so we can't indulge it. But in the Belizean field, how do you look? Chances are.
I think we have.
Are we better? Okay, are we better equipped this year than last year?
I think so.
For us to win.
I think so. Because I think that we have more riders at a higher level.
Only 2 months right than last year, no, right?
Right. That was
4th and 6th.
Carlton and Chab Jr.
4th and 6th. That's it.
And I think we have bigger names that will show up again. You know, I was telling somebody, I was looking back. You know that Justin Chavaria Jr., it seems like his type of races are like cross country and so on. A long, hard race. Yeah, when sure and drawn out. You go back and look.
Then it go be said by when you look by how he prepares himself, the preparation he does, the point of cross country. You know, too much about the other races, but he points to cross country. Like then Alphonse Williams, Robert Mosiah, they point to cross country. Charles Lewis win the Amuka race and Michael win and Jermaine win, but they got 3 cross country.
Then
But he point.
they know. Then they race.
This I want win.
Yeah, then tough one.
That's why I'm saying seconds, I believe, haven't seemed to grasp that idea. Man go for a race, I want to try win this, 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 I want to try win this. That's not cycling business.
No.
You can always try win every race.
You ride a lot of them, and a lot of them you ride to the best of your ability, but you know that you are not in a position
Yes.
of that.
Top seemed to point to a cross-country rider who was standing there with Daniel Barrow. Now, if you were to go 5th, 3rd, 4th, 3 straight years, 5th, 3rd, 4th, right now.
You know who else too? You have 2 guys that always come to mind. One of them still rides, Brandon Morgan. Always in it, around the 10, 15, in a group. Right? But you're not here about time for the whole rest of the cross country. Then you remember Leslie.
Joshua Fuller seems to be that with the Bell of Fantasy.
Yeah.
He was 2nd, he was 1st, he was 4th. So it's from the point of races, and they're good at certain races.
Yeah.
To me.
Remember
That was Leslie?
Yeah. Well, I used to work at Smart Man. Leslie Sanchez.
2 back to 8.
Yep. You don't show up no other race but cross country, right?
Yeah. And that's what Belizean riders don't do. And cross country to me, that they have them all.
Yes.
Hey, realize people talk about Carlton. They forget after that Carlton lose that and lose that because
you have
cross country.
Certain riders that just because they win cross country, their name is always considered a great rider. But when you really look at their stats, boy, he only win cross country 1 year and then he don't win nothing else.
Yeah.
Right? But that is the prestige and the honor of riding cross country.
Oscar Quiroz failed.
Oscar looks good, but Oscar
he had his spike high in the race when the pull up.
Oh,
okay.
Then he was riding numbers then.
Yeah, he spiked high.
And you know what that tells me? That he is training for something. He's training for cross country. Right? Because other people would have seen their numbers and know that, okay, I go out of my numbers, but are they 1.5 lap from finish? And are they have to win this? I'm going to win this. You understand? So that shows me that.
How Carlton look compared last year this year?
Carlton looks very good, very fit. My personal thing.
I think last year Carlton I think position better this year as races than last year. Carlton no win the digital tour.
No, but I think what's going on with Carlton right now, I think, and I have watched it. I went back and I start looking at certain people. When you is the top Belizean, like the pressure gets to you.
Yes.
The Belizean pressure gets to you a little.
He was couldn't handle the pressure last year when defending his title. He admitted it.
So
I also knows
what's he defending his title last year? No? None of Hennessy?
He win 23.
Hennessy win before he or he win after?
Before 22. Quiroz defended last year.
Okay.
So
Quiroz, Hennessy now with 22.
Yeah, so he defended 23. First 23, so defend that last year.
23.
You have to handle the pressure of defending your title. Bubbles are find themselves in some predicament too, because when you come forward, when I position you are come for better position. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, come on podium.
So like when you come forward, don't like you go Lalidal and think that you are better than that for 9th. Like that drop back. And so rather than Belize, not telling for know that that if you can handle, I could throw on Michael and Charlie of my time, can handle pressure because of being the defending or the favorite.
Yeah.
When I came 3rd, 88 and 89, I struggled a bit too for being the favorite. The pressure me rough. Can they expect you again? So
Carlton, and I expect you to get better.
Carlton find himself in Africa. Carlton can't go 4th again or 5th. I think they want praise now. You don't go 4th.
Yeah.
So it's handling the pressure that I believe that always like this. But we say, but when you're okay, my concern about Jaiven and Chavarria, two of them are great riders right now. My problem that I see seeing with them is that one, the Brazilian riders they are riding so because you dominate all year long. Chaban Jaiven dominated for I don't know.
I believe I'm gonna think about, and I care about who else go, but you care about.
That's my point.
And that's what I'm
So
trying to
Chaban
tell them they
Jaiven
have to leave
were
alone.
fine. They are fine themselves. But Bubbles Carlton was the favorite for last year cross country.
No, I don't think.
The Venture man was the favorite.
No, well, yes, but I don't think if you
I
ask
don't Carlton.
most people,
I don't.
most people wouldn't have had him in the 5.
Carlton never got no top 5 finish last year. The classic never lead up to cross country.
And most pundits like me and yourself wouldn't, if they're being honest, they would have told you, why never pick King for going in the 5?
No. Well, I pick up for Carlton wasn't my top 5. No, not top 5. My thing is to win. I will top 5 or top 10 riders, but I think will win.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Carlton wasn't my pick for win cross country.
Right.
He came forth and saw somebody said, "My pal, you lose up for bowls." I said, "No, I was telling you who had top 5 for win." Carlton didn't win. So,
I think, I mean, me personally, I was very amazed at his ride last year.
Why?
I never think he would have came where he came.
I didn't think apart from 4 place,
he
battled them.
He battled like
Chav will staying out Gabba, but the nail like bubbles
against Aladdin.
against all the foreigners there.
Because and this is in looking back at the race, I think one of his and hindsight is 2020, right? One of his little mistakes was, if you remember, Hula Ho and the champ Lopez, they were taking turns at attacking him, and he was covering everything. The American guy that came third. I forgot his name, but he wasn't covering nothing.
Nothing.
And then
the Guatemala and Honduran, they also.
And you remember them two? You see the difference where they said about Petty? They two the ride. They're riding for 2 different teams.
2 different countries too.
2 different countries.
They know each other.
But they knew each other and they rode together. And they never try. Okay, well, if he go, I go with he. We don't worry about him because we know the Belizean and then a speedster.
Right.
So we need to get rid of he. Right?
Which brings up my topic now with my next. I don't count my 4. They're my 4 Belizean then. Charles, Jaiven, Kiros, Carlton. My next top man, Corey Williams. A noted sprinter in the United States. Everybody where they cannot believe familiar with Justin and Corey Williams. Nobody beset and all the top foreigners then. Central, where we come from, no one bring Corey Williams a tape. So Corey Williams' task is also harder than he got a huge hurdle to cross over, is it? Nobody want to ride to Belize and say, okay, I'm going to take our
time. Moscow, we want going up. Let's come make sure you let out.
So he has all that task as well, Corey. Because nobody want to bring him with them.
But say, I don't point like this, right? I think Corey have more than Carlton and Jaiven and Charles.
I think he get
because he have
more.
He have his brother that don't do it twice, and his brother, because people forget that Corey, the first country, Corey give out for he race for brother.
He goes out of 5.
Yes. Right? So he give out for he race. So I know, and from the little connection I have with the family, I'm knowing the mother and the father and the boys, I know Justin has it in him that like, my brother one, and he and Justin one, willing They do anything and everything for you.
Kalaman Williams my boy, but I don't mind say pa national everybody say Kalaman Williams worthless, okay? That
But Kaliman the ride, man. That the boy is the ride.
no, but I'm telling you, the Popa, the Popa worthless. The more
Kaliman,
the
that is the opinion of Fitzgerald Jones.
the more good, me the more good, but the more get tired too. The more get tired when you fling the cat away, but no, that's at the age where Corey got now. You got the experience of Kalaman, you got the experience of Justin, and you have a family support. And those are second of families.
Yes.
If a family behind you, Oscar produced because of family. Giovanni Lovell, family.
And
You see why it's just come no one be
Jiven.
no Leo one just come 19. Just 19 no GGLN.
Oh.
Family, Mapa, Libera, Lisa stuff. Everybody
No,
they never really been visit.
no, I agree with you. But at the same token, I will say this outright to anybody that is riding. Not because you don't have
Your family.
your family mean that you can't do your thing. So I mean the family always but boss, the only you want to pedal the bike. Okay, so you know, then play a role. But if you really dedicated and you want it, you can get it too.
Yeah.
You just gotta work at it.
Yeah.
Right?
And
And so but like I said, P, I honestly think that we have raised the level of cycling here in Belize to a next little level. And I think a lot of that
we are better
now
we are better known than last year.
last year. And I think a lot of that
I was that.
has to do with two things. In the last 2 years or so, we've had more foreigners visiting our land. And in the last 2 years or more, we have more locals going out to race.
Internationally.
And then they return and you can see the change in them.
Big difference.
Big difference. So that is what I think is helping.
And this is Torah Jamaica.
Why help them boys?
Four Belize don't get one.
Yes, them boys don't get good
when you have team measuring, they're a top team. So,
and if you really been following Derek Chavaria, he been riding all over some big people, you know.
big name.
And he show good.
But he also showing up in his results in Belize.
Yes.
Showing up.
Yes. Boy,
So I'm glad.
I'll be honest with you, in and out.
Love me guy right here. I like that thing.
Yeah, all of them boy, Oscar, all of them now. I tell you, that
So I'm glad that
rumble in the tropics. All of the men that went to the lead training camp or whatever you want to call it, all of them showed well.
So I'm glad that
Bubbles
and Goran
also
get ship and some good some nice.
Yeah.
No, but people talk about G Flow jersey. I think that G Flow get the invitation. G Flow only right for G Flow per se. Only go right now tour as a team. So I talk about two banners. I don't know about the full people that believe that if you look at that thing, but no, right for them and no put anyone jersey. Make sure you that the boy they don't you don't know where the outside of time for go. I don't think they're going to stay, I believe, but I don't mean club riders. Because get outside and get better.
And it's not knocking our riders or anything, but the point being is like they always say, to get better, you have to ride against somebody that better. Right? You have to ride against them. So they believe at home we can get to a certain level, but then we have to go out to get a little more. It's just like Pete. I was talking to one of the older heads like myself, and I was saying, you realize that back in the 80s and so, the only thing where we could have looked forward to that we got that Ciudad del Carmen.
Okay, them all, that's it.
And only a few times when us go, and if you really go back and look at the stats in the beginning, when we just go at Carmen and just lash we up till the more after we get out there, then look, we start to lash them until the man then say, brute them, but alone it can't take good thing. Right?
But the truth is that we have improved.
Definitely. I think this year we are better off than we were last year at this time.
And I want to say what 4 Belize and top 10. Those are improvement, we said.
Definitely.
4 billion. We had 2 last year, making 4. You can say.
And I have to give credit for last year. Belizeans were we ruled because we were in every break. We were dictating the race to a lot of them foreigner too. I mean, yes, the champ was in the breaks there from early too. But the champ, at one point, I was doing broadcast and I started calling champ crab because he would try all the lead trick then to try skip pace line. Boy, I go back to my vehicle when he turn all the which in and then like I tell everybody, you have to know the tricks too.
Yeah, he got craft.
He got craft. And like I told him, I said, it ride like crab, but I know a crab will win 4 Tour de France too. Chris Froome. So, you know, you have to watch it. But yeah, I think this year I'm looking forward to it. Like I told you last week, I don't think I'll be working this year.
I think
I think. And that's something else too. I need to try and hear what is going on because I understand from a good friend of ours, not calling no names, that there's been some talking about then I know if they let vehicle there front of the race, back of the race, or after the.
So probably on the helicopter.
I don't know if they're just sending a feed for broadcast, but I don't know. But and see, this is what I keep saying, right?
What a feed with. To go feed it too. So, but the problem with the federation I have is that they don't have properly, they don't have people who feed with the problem.
They don't have
cook. Only got good cooks. If you don't feed me, only got cook who feed. Only seem to got good cook for cameras, for feed and split screen and.
But see, Palace, what happened?
Cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3. You don't know if you got 4 cycles. 1 in the front crowd, the leader. 2 are the next break, all right. So when you see cycle 4, the people that know that cycle 4, that the 4th crowd. So the camp market come 4,
so you
come
don't
3,
know that
come 2, come 1. So if I go to bathroom, I come back.
I know.
When I come back, and if they become 1, this is a leader. Come 2, this is the second crowd. So but they seem to develop.
That is because I think what happens is we have technicians, but we don't have producers, and that is what people understand. Because when they 4 camera they come into the feed the main thing where I send it out to everybody, you need a man with no cycling we could watch and say, boy, I want to put up 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Right? I put up 1 and 4 and tell the broadcaster, like you said, one that the lead race and 4 that the third chase group. Because that's the way action happens, something happen there, a crash or whatever.
Don't they happen there?
Right? You don't need to put it up.
Yes, sir.
You understand? You need one man who know how to produce the
because
race.
if you don't sponsor end up with 20 club riders and 3 elite, we not need that.
You don't need to see that.
You need for 1, 2, 3 now.
Yes.
We have about 4.
Yeah. You know? And you need somebody who know the race where could say, boy.
No, this call look like the market just
this call the move now. This and then move. So you need a producer.
So we don't have cooks, that are cooks.
Yeah. So you need a good producer.
If you can't cook, then you can feed me information. That's true.
Yeah. And that's why they said they need. But CP, this is where I'm saying that the federation needs to have these things already in place so that then could have really utilize.
But we said, but
areas to make people
you don't do that.
Yeah, feel it too late. It is too late. I'll be with
how you make this too? Registration making money now. They here break and do your own commercials.
And that's the point. See, all of that
make money.
And this is where I'm saying that you need to have these sit downs and smash out these things too late. No,
you can become a person we can tell you that we can
go
I park on. I send feed for no. Put it on our long before we said.
And this is what I'm saying. These are the things that.
But that's what we don't think for plan in advance. We are
last minute. We are wait till cross country week to go on all the radio stations and so on.
Breaking news.
And now they break the news with the big fit. prize, and then and this is something I tell the federation they have to stop.
The man big prize Good Friday.
Go ahead. With the punish radio station, anybody want to donate a prize, call in. You know, people call in. Hey, I'd give her $300 that mile 56. And then go and paint that line at 56. Palace win 56. When time for Palace get the thing, that me we promise the thing. Buy me a Palace and a friend I give out that money.
You come that out.
Or Palace want money, the federation said we not get it. No, man,
you can't got it in our hand.
You got it in your hand when you give it out.
If
you not bring the money to you by this cut off,
getting a prize after
people say no, me I like you or me no want give no foreign. I mean that craziness, man. We have to stop that.
Gotta fix that.
I'll fix it.
No, bitch, we're out of time now.
Yeah,
so
it's always fun when we are together and we discuss things.
Like I talk about sponsors, Marlon Castillo Meat Shop in Finnegan Market and East Calais Canal. That can be West Calais Canal.
Yeah.
The best cuts in meats in Belize. We're preparing for that Easter barbecue or that sort. Go to Marlon Castillo's Meat Shop and by KNL Bike Shop, KNL Bike Shop in
Kelly
Port Loyola. Kelly and Lad, the bike shop that provide all your necessary parts, especially for these high-tech bicycles in Belize.
Definitely.
We talk about a bicycle, we just cut a pin and anything there. But we talk about a kind of machine where that is shop. We don't want anything or electric bicycle and stuff right there. KNL Bike Shop.
KNL.
Besides your closing remark?
Yes, perhaps I want to say thanks to the viewers and listeners, and thanks to yourself again, and thanks to our technicians, Caleb. And as usual, I have to give my kudos to my support team, my lovely wife Dana, and my daughter Christina, that keeps me in line and keeps me, able to come out and spread some word with you and enjoy. And as usual, God bless and safe rides to all our riders, wherever they are riding, training, or racing abroad or whatever. We wish you all safe rides and all the best, and we look forward. Remember, this week, Sunday, is the BL Junior Cross Country and the Female Youth Cross Country. They will be finishing in front of the headquarters of BL on the northern, that would be the Philip Golson Highway.
Yeah.
So tune in and make sure you come out and support the riders. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, thanks for taking out time of a precious schedule to be with me. Always a pleasure to be with you when we were on the radio. Always a pleasure being with you. My family and your family, we are always been close.
Definitely.
When we were young, Caleb was young and stuff, and so I always appreciative of your presence with me, and I enjoy it every time. So this Sunday is the BL Junior Cross Country. Thanks to BL at anyone accept other prizes.
No,
me want to sponsor.
And they have been doing that for a while.
Yeah, nobody can chip in nothing for it. So
I think if I'm right, they have more than 10 years already. Yeah,
so come out, folks, and come and enjoy. BL, come out and enjoy the race. Come and support your junior boys and the female youths and the finish race. Technician duty, Caleb Joseph. Thanks a million for being here every Tuesday with us and stuff. Big up, JP. Hope you're enjoying your lunch. Whatever you're eating. Until next week, join us back, same time, same place.
Good night.
Be out.